Good morning, friends. I'm starting a little week in my life video here. I'm going to try to vlog throughout the week, obviously, if it's a week in my life. My name is Jessie. If you are new here, I do all kinds of lifestyle videos. I talk about living with debt, our personal finance journey, and now I'm pregnant, so I talk about that as well. My unicorn in the background. I'm actually very anxious this morning. My stomach is killing me. I have a doctor appointment for the baby, and I think having a miscarriage I'm sure that it's like this for a lot of women. They get nervous before appointments too, but it's just nerve-wracking to go and have somebody be able to tell you that something's wrong. I'm trying not to be pessimistic, obviously, and just try to be positive about it, but I just have a lot of anxiety. So my stomach is bothering me this morning. We have to leave in a couple minutes. And then thankfully Ben can go with me, so I won't be by myself. It is the next day. I just did that very quick clip yesterday before my appointment. And then I never checked in with you guys again because it was a rough day. I was so anxious in the morning for my doctor appointment, and then everything went fine. The heartbeat was great. Everything looks perfect. I mean, they didn't do an ultrasound or anything. I have my anatomy scan in 2 weeks. So it was just looking at the heartbeat and stuff, which they found right away. I really liked. I had a physician's assistant. So I still haven't met any of the OBs at this practice, but she was really nice. So anyway, that was yesterday. Ben and I went and got breakfast at First Watch, which, let me just tell you, I do not understand why people think First Watch is so amazing. I think I'm very spoiled. Chicago just had such good food, and I don't know, I'm just really critical of food, and all these places trying to be foodie type places, and they're just not. So anyway, got that. I got a salad because nothing on the menu really looked good, and it all was filled with cheese, and I just was not feeling that. Ben got a hash, and the things that he asked to be taken out, they didn't. So it just wasn't the greatest experience. But then when we got home, I was just so exhausted from being so anxious for the last 2 days about this appointment. Today it is 9:44. I am off to Trader Joe's actually, because I went to Trader Joe's last week and I really enjoyed there's a couple of things that they have. These beef tamales that you can freeze that do not have any cheese in them, and they're just a really easy lunch option for me, because I talked about this in my other videos, but I'm just I've always been a picky eater, but I'm an even more picky eater, even pickier eater now. I have to take things day by day to see if I can eat them or not. So I'm just going with a few things that I know I can keep in the freezer and I'll be able to eat. I was supposed to have a meeting at 10, but I moved it. My client is kind of just in and out because it's summer and she has kids and stuff like that, and there's no use in meeting unless we have something to talk about, and I would have rather gone to the grocery store. These are very boring stories, but that's what happened. Ben and I took a walk with the dogs this morning. It's his birthday today, actually. And so we did that, and then we came home. I ate breakfast, got a little bit ready, and did some work. And now I'm off to Trader Joe's before they get too busy. And then I just have work this afternoon. I'm wearing this dress, and it's slightly see-through. So I wear these nude shorts with it just to cover my underwear. And I have 2 pairs of them. And one of them yesterday, Finn peed on them, which I don't know why he did that, but he did that. And then these ones apparently are very tight, so they don't really fit anymore. I'm gonna have to get another pair of bigger ones, or I think they make maternity ones, because quite honestly, it gets so hot here, and I do not have thin thighs, so just like, it's nice not to have your thighs rubbing together, that kind of stuff whenever you wear dresses. So this is a very random start to the vlog today, but it is what it is. Hi, Finnegan. Cora's over there. We got our new TV stand, which looks great. We're getting a new couch this week, right, Cora? Right. But I thought I'd show you what we got as far as Trader Joe's haul. I got bananas, organic apples, sourdough, lemons, limes. I got one of these. I don't eat that much dairy, but I used to love these, so I just got one. This is for Ben. I like this salsa. This is for Ben. Almond flour, these sunflower seed butter cups, rice, gluten-free pasta to go with spaghetti squash, because I thought we could, is this zoomed in? Yeah, it is. To go with these two together with the Rao's sauce that we love. We got vegan tzatziki for salmon. I got some turkey bacon just to have in the morning. Dairy-free cheese for Ben. I got a bunch of cauliflower and gnocchi to keep in the freezer. Organic free-range chicken thighs. We're gonna make like barbecue chicken sweet potatoes. This is stuff I don't normally buy, but I bought a Kung Pao chicken and Mandarin orange chicken. I thought it'd be good just to have these like in the freezer for the days. We haven't been good at like planning out our meals because I'm having a hard time eating everything. So I thought these would be good to just have in the freezer in case we like want something bad but like don't want to order out, because as you guys know, if you watch my budget videos, we go out to eat way too much. So this is a good way to get in like bad food without spending money. I know I used to love this like years ago, so we'll see. And then I got frozen green beans, frozen broccoli, and I got a shit ton of these frozen beef tamales. These have been like a good lunch for me. They're gluten-free and dairy-free. They do have some vegetable oil in that I don't love, but otherwise they're pretty good lunch for me. I'll have like one with some rice and the Trader Joe's green sauce. Is that this one? Yeah. I really like that together. And then, yeah, this arrabbiata we'll use for the spaghetti squash and stuff. We bought another one. Our fridge needs to be cleaned out. A big issue. If anybody, like if you have these like side-by-side fridge freezer, they suck. And we're terrible at like keeping them clean. We get most of our vegetables from the CSA and from farmers markets just because they have a better selection. So we have like squash, tomatoes, corn, onions, sweet potatoes, regular potatoes, all over there. But I'm gonna put this stuff away before that continues to unfreeze. I'm gonna put this stuff away and look at this cute ass dog. Go on. Hey. Wow, so I just filmed for like 5 minutes and apparently I didn't, but I'm just cooking up some turkey bacon, leftover potatoes. I'm gonna have some buffalo sauce. I should have brought my actual camera down here, but I didn't, so you guys are in a weird spot on my phone. But what I was saying is we have some cleaners coming today. I don't even think I filmed yesterday. I just like worked all day. I didn't leave my office. I like can't remember if I went anywhere yesterday. Doesn't matter. Yeah, so we have cleaners coming, which I have never purchased, paid for house cleaning services. It was something that we decided to do as like a gift to ourselves for staying in this apartment for another year. Instead of paying, you know, over $1,000 to move somewhere, we're gonna pay a couple $100 for someone to deep clean our house, like clean the baseboards, the windows, the walls, like all like deep clean stuff. So they should be coming in about a half hour. There's also road work going on right like by our driveway, so that kind of sucks because I needed to get out to like get a tip. Anyway, I'm gonna finish cooking my food and eat, put away some of the dishes here, but I'll show you a little quick look at the house. Okay, first of all, I should probably flip this. And I'll start this. But here's the kitchen, but as you can see, like, it's just like dirty. Also, this tape makes it come off. This is like Finn land, and then like, it's probably TMI, but it's just, we're not great at cleaning that stuff. The windows gotta be cleaned. Like in general, we keep things tidy. We're getting a new couch this weekend, by the way, which you guys will see. We just got this. Yeah, it's like tidy, but it's just dirty. So we'll see how well they clean. But anyway, I'm gonna finish making my food. Hey everyone, so it's officially almost 6 p.m. I'm just trying to sign into Zoom. What I was trying to say is I have a call right now, actually. It's this like somatic healing group that I'm in. I'll be honest, I really like this group, but I'll be really glad when it's done because every Thursday from 6 to 8, sometimes 8:30 p.m. The other thing is they were here for 5 hours. So the first woman got here at 9:30, so she was a half hour late. And then she ended up calling in back up like 2.5 hours later because she had only made it through like our bedroom, which is also a bathroom, and like the second bathroom. And she still had to do 2 more bedrooms, the stairs, and the whole downstairs. So thankfully she called in back up, otherwise she would have been here till probably now. But anyway, I'm gonna be late to this call, so I'm gonna hop on now, but I wanted to give you a little update, I think, when this is done. Hello friends, happy Friday. Figured I might as well film because I'm at the slowest drive-through pharmacy of all time. I've actually stopped getting prescriptions here because they're so slow. There's literally 3 cars in front of me, so I honestly will probably be here a half hour, which is annoying. And then I need to run to another pharmacy and Sprouts, so I have a lot to do. Thankfully I found a little protein bar in my car because I'm hungry. It's been kind of a hectic start to the day, not in a bad way. I'm just like running a lot of errands and they took a long time. So I had to go to the eye doctor this morning. I haven't been in like 4 years or something, which went well. It was just a long appointment. And then I got my nails done, which they look great. They're just like a corally pink, but they took forever. I mean, like almost an hour and a half, which they really shouldn't take that long. And I've been gone since 9, so I've been gone 3 hours and only got 2 things done. I also need to like, I don't know, go home and eat lunch. That would be nice too. So that's the plan for today. Nothing crazy. We got our house cleaned yesterday. I showed you guys what that looked like. And then Sunday we're getting our new couch. So I'm really excited about that. But I need to figure out what I'm going to do with this pharmacy because this is just ridiculous. Good morning. Happy Sunday. It's not Sunday. It's Saturday at 8:30. I got another bump box, but I'm going to cancel it. I definitely do not think that this is worth $40, $50 for like the weird stuff that they gave me. But I want to show you what has happened. I'm going to show you quickly and then I'll tell you about it. I look great right now, but I have a terrible headache. Last night at like 7:30 p.m., our fence, we have like, well, we have the fence that like is connected to our other fence, to our neighbors' houses. There's a fence here, there, and here. And then we have this tiny little plastic fence right here so that nobody's like walking into your yard, right? So last night, all of a sudden it opens and a bunch of guys just like walk into our backyard. That was as we were watching them push the fence down. Now, I will tell you, before I knew I was pregnant, so in April, our neighbor said she was getting the fence fixed, and she had somebody come here and start, and then apparently didn't like what they were charging and sent him on his way. So now it's mid-July and it still wasn't complete, but thankfully the professional she had doing it before was building it before tearing it down. So anyway, I don't know if I've mentioned to you, we've had a few issues with this neighbor. She's not particularly nice. I don't think she's a bad person, but I don't think she's a nice person. So she's on the HOA. We rent a house, and last year, for example, or 2 years ago, the first year we were here, we had wrapped Christmas lights, like white Christmas lights, around just the front pole of our door, which you literally wouldn't see based on how our house is made, because our door is like set back. Unless you were like standing in our yard, you wouldn't see it. We still had those up in like the first week of January, and she put a complaint to the HOA about it, and our landlord had to text us to tell us to take them down. He understands that she's a little much. Anyway, we hear her all the time, just like she's constantly bitching at like people at customer service. They smoke outside all the time, which is gross because our houses are so close that it's basically like she's smoking in our yard. And most recently, the issue has been she has a pit bull, and I have no issues with pit bulls. I love dogs. I love pit bulls. I think any dog can be mean, and I think any dog can be nice. It is all about the owner. So I will tell you that I don't think that this pit bull in particular is super nice, but that says more about the owner than it does about her. He's also not like outwardly, he's not like aggressive. We have aggressive dogs across over there. Anyway, so this dog though, ever since we got Finn, because he's a male, he like tries to punch his head through the fence, which is part of the reason that she's getting it fixed, is because her fence is old. And Cora gets very protective of us and our house, and she's always been like that. So she like barks and growls, and then Finn barks and growls, and then that dog like punches his head through, and then Finn jumped at the fence, and it was a whole thing. This happened. It was very obvious that like her dog punched its head through, tried to punch its head through the fence, because like the way that the fence was broken, like a piece of it was broken, it obviously had to come from her side, right? However, she told our landlord, didn't tell us anything, told our landlord that our dogs were being aggressive and broke part of the fence, and that we leave them outside and let them bark and growl and attack the fence all the time, or something similar to that. I'm probably exaggerating exactly what she said, but it was something similar to that. I don't talk to our landlord. Ben does that communication. And our landlord, thankfully, again, used to live here. So I think that he knows that this neighbor is something, but that pissed me off. Okay, first of all, we have 2 golden retrievers. They're not going to do anything unless you are putting us in a position where they think they need to protect us. Cora will be protective if she has to. Otherwise, she loves people. So she wouldn't, like, that doesn't make any sense. We also, if you know anything about us, we never leave our dogs alone ever. Like, they never go outside without one of us being out there with them. Like, we never just let them go outside and run around, because like I said, there's 2 aggressive dogs that are left outside all the time across the thing over there. We live in North Carolina. There's snakes. We've never seen a snake here, thankfully. But the dogs chew on stuff. It's just like, it's not safe. So we've never let them be outside by themselves. It was just a lie, is basically my long-winded way of saying she lied. She said that it was entirely our fault, and then didn't say anything about like her dog being the actual aggressor. That's kind of just been the situation with her. So I don't particularly like her. I've now feel very uncomfortable in my own home because I feel like I can't go sit outside if she's out there, especially if her dog's out there. We bring our dogs back inside because we don't feel comfortable, and we know that she will exaggerate situations, and she's on the HOA, so she like is a tattletale a little bit. All this to say, she's supposed to have had this fence fixed like in April. I should also say she wasn't getting the fence fixed because of the tiny little spot that her dog hit its head through. She was getting it fixed well before the dogs even did that, because the fences here are like really old. That was the 7-minute backstory that hopefully I cut some of it out. So last night, we're sitting here at 7:30. It had just poured, and we see them like shaking the fence. So the fence that we have right here that I just showed you is a combined fence. It's both of our fences. And like I just explained to you in the beginning, we have this little privacy fence here that is not combined. It is only ours. So this fence right here is the only fence on the house that is only ours. Meaning if they're going to do something to their fence, they have to say something. If they're going to do something to their fence, they would have to say something. Or if we were going to do something to the fence, we would have to tell the neighbors, right? Right. Especially if you're on the HOA and should be following rules. So all of a sudden at like 7:30, they start pushing on this fence, and Ben and I are like, what are they doing? And then these guys just walk through our privacy fence. They open it and walk on through. They never knocked. They never looked in the windows to see if they were here. They walked into our property and pushed the fence down into our property. And then they all just like stood there talking between the two house lines. And finally I got Ben to go outside and just like make it known that we were here. And their response literally was, oh, we didn't know you were here. First of all, even if we weren't home, you still have to tell us that you're coming onto our property or our landlord. They did not tell our landlord who owns the property. Second of all, if you're going to come into somebody's yard, knock on the door and see if somebody's home first. Knock and say, all they had to do was knock and say, we're coming into the backyard to take the fence down. That's all they had to do, but they didn't. They just walked in here. So Ben went outside and they were like, oh, we didn't know you were home. And then they just ignored him and didn't say anything else. And Ben isn't as aggressive as me, so he didn't do anything. So he came back in, and they just proceeded the rest of the night to bring old fence parts out through our yard. So they brought a couple of new fence parts in, but as you guys saw, it's completely open. Again, remembering that this is now open with a aggressive pit bull, aggressive dog, it doesn't matter if it's a pit bull, an aggressive dog, an owner who has no control over her dog, and an owner that has been trying to get us in trouble for things that aren't actually our fault. So now we can't go outside with our dogs in the yard that we pay for, a fenced-in yard. I'm very agitated about this, if you can't tell. With our dogs, because it's unsafe for not only them, but for us, and her doing a he said, she said type of situation if something were to happen. So yeah, I have no idea if they're coming back today to finish the fence. And yeah, she still has not said anything to us or to our landlord about the fact that this is happening. I think the biggest issue for me to remember is if we did this to her, if I just went around right now and walked through her privacy fence on the other side, not even this part that she just left open. If I walked onto her property that she has alarms and all kinds of shit all over the place, if I walked through her privacy fence and walked into her backyard and pushed the fence into her backyard, do we know what would happen? She would fight to get us evicted. So it just is like so disrespectful in the fact that all she had to do And she talks to our landlord, obviously, because she's tattled on us multiple times. All she had to do was text our landlord and be like, hey, I have people coming over this weekend. They're going to be fixing the fence. We're going to need access to your yard in order to do that. It's literally all that she had to do. And she didn't do that. And now we don't have a fence. I'm pissed off. And I will 100% be reporting her, at least to our landlord. Ben doesn't want to report her to the HOA because, like, what's it gonna do for us? I wanted to call the cops last night because I was really mad. But yeah, but anyway, Ben went and got me a McGriddle. I'm very excited, and he's back, so. Okay, we have someone coming to pick up the couch today. And then we are getting our couch delivery today. It's 10:30. We just went for a walk, right, Bubba? That way you're so hot. Can you not? Nobody has bought this yet, but bought the couch. Got the doggos up here with me. I'm eating a little food, watching Danielle Carolyn. They actually just got here. You see the little Enterprise truck. So I'm keeping them up here just so they're not in the way. Wait, my babies. Cora puked today, so she's not feeling super well. But anyway, got the little babes up here. We're hoping, I look terrible, but it is what it is. We're hoping that they'll help Ben move the other couch out. So we have a weirdly shaped house. I don't know how to explain it. I can probably show you one of the houses across the street. So I'm in our bedroom, which is above our garage. And then our door is like back there. It's easier to take the couch out from our like patio door way over there and then bring it around to the front and put it in the garage there's a girl coming to pick up our couch today at 3, I think. And then anyway, so we're gonna ask them if we could pay them a little bit extra if they could help Ben bring it into the garage, because I'm pregnant. I can totally lift it. It's just like a really big awkward couch, and Ben really doesn't want me to lift it, basically, which I appreciate. So, but we need the couch out in order to bring the new couch in. So he's gonna ask them if they wouldn't mind helping. Oh, and they are helping. That's so sweet. So that's great. Yeah, so really excited to see the new couch.